know it's been a while since I last posted a video. I've been sick for quite a while, so I haven't been able to work very much on this project. Most of you won't see any difference just by looking at it right now, but there's so many been done right now. And today I'm going to test the electronic fuel pump, adjust the fuel pressure for the future. We are going to let the starter run the engine, at least turn it a little bit to see if the supercharger belt, everything is going to line up and work. And I'm going to show you through everything I made in the meantime, everything which still needs to be done, of course, but we are getting very close to fire this thing up for the first time with the electronic fuel injection. Okay, so here we go. So from this angle you can see a lot of stuff I've been doing over the last time. So the charge pipe, at least that's how I call it, coming from the supercharger going to the air inlet manifold from the engine is ready. The fuel injector is mounted. All hoses are connected. I needed to build this holding bracket for the ignition coil. The complete exhaust manifold is completely new. This is the pressure sensor which is needed for the electronic fuel injection. So of course the car gets a wideband lambda control which automatically saves data and autocorrects if the injection isn't adjusted perfectly. So this is what you can see here. Let's move to this other side. This is this angle is better. This is fuel pressure regulator. This valve N75 is going to regulate the boost level. I can show you how I'm going to adjust it. Okay, this is the area where I'm going to adjust the boost pressure. Of course, since it's a supercharger with a fixed ratio between the supercharger and the crankshaft down below, that creates the maximum amount of boost pressure possible. But this thing, which is normally a blow-off valve from a turbocharged engine, lets me bleed off excessive pressure. So there's an N75 valve connected to this one. And the ECU is able to adjust the boost pressure according to boost pressure target map I'm going to program. So that means I can adjust this. I hope for about one bar of boost pressure, or I can turn it down to nearly nothing when I'm just giving ambient pressure to this side. So this blow off is going to open and let everything of the boost into the environment. This is the area you see where I mounted the electronic fuel injection, the engine management system. I installed this extra switch for main powering the ECU. This is for lambda wideband control. This of course is for main power for everything. And right now I'm going to let the fuel pump run. It's I switched it to an in-tank pump. I can't show you because I'm using foam. I'm using foam inside here, so you can barely see that there's a hose running inside. So everything is in tank mounted right now. This is the power cable for the fuel pump, which will be run by the ECU later on. So I'm going to bridge this right now, connect it directly to the battery, let the fuel pump run, and then see how the fuel pressure is going to adjust here. So this is the pump, which includes a filter, and since I just mismatched the wires, I was wondering why I don't get any fuel pressure. So I removed all the foam, everything inside, just to see that I changed black and red. That's why I hate electricity. Okay, it's up and running, and you may see the return line into the fuel cell, but I have no idea why this doesn't show any kind of pressure. So it's like nothing. Although you can clearly see that the return line stops flowing, and that you can hear it, the fuel pump really gets a hard time. This is something I'm going to check. And I hate to say this, this was the cheapest thing on eBay. And I just feel like it was a bad idea to use the cheapest one. So we move on to the next test, hopefully with bigger success. I just wanted to see right now if the supercharger belt is running properly, if everything lines up. So okay, right now I'm going to let the starter run and see if the belt is running properly on the supercharger, and yeah, if everything lines up, hopefully with a little bit more success. And what's really promising, even only while starting, without giving it any kind of throttle, it even shows a little bit of positive pressure in the charge pipe. So that's promising. Okay, yeah, besides the fuel pressure problem, which is hopefully only a bad pressure gauge. Yeah, besides this, that's the only thing which keeps me from starting the engine right now. As you see, everything is connected, every switch is connected, every sensor is connected, everything is plugged in, but it needs to go to the ECU right now, and that's what I'm going to do over the next days. And hopefully it's not going to be more than a week until we are going to start it, and hopefully it will survive and run at least a little bit, and then we are going to start the whole tuning. If you like those kind of videos, I'm really thinking of maybe posting a video once in a week or maximum every 2 weeks. Please leave me a comment if this is something you would like to see. I know I'm doing a lot of stuff off camera because it takes about twice the time or 3 times the time if I'm going to set up the camera every time. But I think a lot of people are really interested to see what I'm going to do. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment if this is something you would like to follow more often on a regular basis. And yeah, so far, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.